Why successful women struggle to find love. In this video, we are going to unpack why successful women struggle to find love. My name is Nadira Baye, and in this video, I want to, number one, connect with you. I want to connect with you, who you are. And so first, I'm going to ask you, how you doing? How are you? How is it going? How are you doing? Now, I am also the host of the Powerfully Her podcast, and I like to connect very deeply. So that's why I want to know how you're doing. So it is very important that connection is made because sometimes in the world that's missing, right? And tell me, how many videos have you seen where the person on the other side is asking you how you doing, right? Like, that's really cool. And that means that the care is there because I do care, because I know how it feels. And I know women, we're going through a lot. And we do a lot, and life can be hard. Life can be really hard. So not only are you successful and you're doing all the things, but you also have to be able to take care of you, right? So that's why I ask, how are you? No matter where you are in the world, no matter what time you see this video, I care and I want to make sure you're good. All right. So why successful women struggle to find love? Well, this has been one of those questions that has always been there, especially when women got into the workforce and things like that, and especially entrepreneurship. And, it can be, it sucks. That's just truth. Like there's a lot of good women, that you want love. And I get it. We all need love. And you're a good woman. And I know the woman that's watching this video is a good woman. So the reason why you are struggling when it comes to that is, number one, is you. Yeah, I know. You're like, wait, what? You see, you have done an amazing job with being successful in the outer world, because there's two worlds, your inner world and the external world. So you've done a phenomenal job in the external world, whether it be in your at your job, you're doing great there, or whether it be in your business as an entrepreneur. Either way, you were successful. And that's what you wanted. That was the goal, right? But what happens is along the lines, you forgot about you. And I know it's just like, what are you talking about? I don't forget about me. Yeah, in some ways you did, because you were so hyper-focused. And I'm here for it. I love it. I was an employee. I was in the workforce. I get it. Now I'm an entrepreneur. I understand. I wore both hats or both shoes. So I get it. This is why I could speak to this. And it really grinds my gears when I really don't like when I hear people talk about stuff that's not their experience. I really can't stand it. I can't. Like, I'd like to hear I want the genuine pain, story, struggle that people went through and how they persevered. I don't want to hear someone, and I can't stand seeing people talk about what you need to do and they never went through it. I can't stand that. You ain't getting out here. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be working 12 hours at a job and falling asleep at the wheel in 2 hours of traffic right outside of New York City. I know what that feels like. For doing that for about 10 years, I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like when your business is struggling as an entrepreneur and you're just like, should I give up on this dream? And finally the success hits in and the money's there and things like that. I know those things. I know. And also at the same time, having a wife, a mother, a sister, a friend, I know. All the while having to take care of you. I know. I get it. And this is why struggling to find love is one of those things that sometimes as women, we give so much. See, the thing is, truth be told, business is a woman affair. See, people think that women business is just a masculine thing. Yes, when you're out there, you are in your masculine frame. That is true. And that's okay. You have to be that dominant, like this is what needs to be. You have to be firm, that's fine. But that also starts at home with women. Taking care of the home, giving life, commanding, following God's command, and making sure that your home is at peace. That's something that comes from women. That comes from us. So that's why when it comes to going out into business, whether it be working at a company or having your own, the reason why, as far as you being successful, is you were doing that in your natural at home. taking care of everybody, supporting everybody, being there for everybody, forgetting about you, right? So that's why it wasn't hard for you to reach successfully out there in the external world, because you were already doing that in your internal world, but you just forgot about you. You see? So when it comes to struggling to find love, you have to love you first. That's it. That's it. And what happens is, because we as women, you're doing it. You can pay your own bills. And trust me, that is empowering. I think that's wonderful. I think you should have your own money. I think you should be able to get what you want when you want. I don't subscribe to don't depend on any man. I don't think you should have to depend on anybody but God. You is God. If God put it in your power to make it happen, you shouldn't have to depend on anybody else. That's what I'm about. 100%. You should be self-sufficient, be independent. Great. However, when love does come your way, it's not good to just to put someone down. I'm opposed to that. But as far as I know how to take care of business, I'm going to make it happen. I love that. Love that. So make sure this thing is on, y'all, because sometimes it turns off and I don't like that. So it's because of you. It's because of you. You forgot about you. You forgot about you. You forgot about you, queen. You forgot to show up for you. That's the truth. That's the reason why you were struggling to find love, is because of you. Yes. And this is something that I coach all of my clients on. And what is great is because they are beautiful, successful women, and they can take it because they know. They're like, look, Nadira, what you're telling me is nothing, because and it's not even about me trying to be right. They're used to being in the situations where it's a lot's going on. You're like, I can take it because I want progress. You were successful. You know what it takes to put in the work and get a result that you want. You know. So you're coachable. You understand. My clients get it. And it's about getting it because you understand what it is to have that end result that you want. But truthfully, queen, the greatest love story that's ever told is you. Is you. The greatest love story that's ever told is you. Because how in the world can you love anyone else if you're not loving you? Right? How? How can you really pour into anyone? How can you really be fulfilled and give your all if you are not showing up for you? And it's just like, yeah, but I'm successful. I'm making the money. Yeah, but are you at peace? Do you feel understood? Do you feel seen and heard? You know? And it's unfortunate that as women, this is that narrative that's told, is as we get older and, we get less desirable and, men could do this, men could that. I want you to focus on you. Your life. And that's what I do. I'm focusing on you. We need to curate the life you want. We need to work on what you want. Look at me. I'm hitting my face. You want, right? Because the greatest love story has to be you. Like, don't you want to not always have to feel this way? Don't you want to feel supported, seen, heard, loved, respected? Boundaries, so important, because the struggling to find love, it's usually put in the way of not being able to find a significant other, not being able to find a partner, not being able to find a spouse. But in order to get there, we have to make sure we are where we need to be first. That is so important. So important. But because we're pouring into everybody else, that's just what we do as women. This is why you're successful. This is why you're making the money you're making, because you're pouring to everyone else, but you're forgetting about you. Yeah, you're driving expensive cars. You have the expensive clothes. You have the expensive bags. You have all of that. But do you truly love you? Because that's outer. That's the shell. We have to break through the shell. And that's what I do with my clients. Let's break through the shell. The money's there. Okay. But the money doesn't make you, queen. That doesn't make you. Without it, you are still you. So let's break through the shell. In the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how we could break through the shell and you could stop feeling stuck and stop feeling and having the result of struggling to find love. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks.